I would like to see cold exposure broken down into a few kind of categories. So first of all, you would just have general cold exposure, which is just getting cold, swimming in the ocean all year round, swimming in waters and creeks, and having a cold shower would be in there as well. And that's fantastic. Anyone can do it anytime. You just feel into it as a human and get back to being an animal, basically, and feeling the whole realm of temperatures. Exactly the same as getting hot. Anyone can jump in a sauna and jump out. That's fantastic. Play around with that. Then you have cold water immersion, which is getting into a cold body of water, preferably up to the neck. And I wouldn't class cold showers in that. The only reason is we have a lot of studies with cold water immersion where people are in a bath of controlled temperature at different temperatures, and we know a shitload of what happens physiologically and psychologically when we're in a cold water bath. We don't have that data for a shower. I'm not a scientist. I don't think it would be that hard to run controlled studies with a shower, but we just don't have them. So I'd put just showers into cold exposure. Anything in a cold body of water would be cold immersion. And then we have ice baths. Ice baths would be defined with below a certain temperature, maybe 5 degrees, with ice in there, right? Now, cold exposure, any of those forms, cold water immersion, that can be done by anyone. But any type of ice bathing would be done by a trained practitioner. Now, just in the Northern Rivers, I know of so many spaces commercially that have these ice baths or cold plungers, and people are being facilitated by other people who don't have any training or qualification. It's just a bit of reading, and that's fine because they can do that at the moment. It's not a protected industry. I just think it's very dangerous because, especially ice bathing and even the colder temperatures of cold plunging, we're getting to the point where we seriously alter our physiology. And we start messing with our hormonal patterns and our neurological system, stress levels, our psychological patterns. We really need to understand what we're doing in that. So I'm quite happy to see people just cold plunging under a protocol that they might have picked up off a Huberman podcast or something. That's fine.
#science.
#science, trust the science. But we get to the point of ice bathing, and to answer your question, yeah, there's so many different things we can target in an extreme cold environment like an ice bath. You need to know what you're doing, and you need to be supported while you're doing it. You should not just read about it and do it. You shouldn't do it by yourself. I just recently started a really cool program with a mate of mine. We're just trialing out some different metabolic programs, but that's some serious ice bathing. We're in, out, in, out, in, out, putting ourselves under severe stress. But the next morning when we wake up, we're feeling that metabolic burn as well. Like we can feel that inside. So we know it's working. We're just doing our own testing, trying to understand the science that we've read. And that's fantastic. We know what we're doing. We're doing it together. I would never teach that to people until I understand it properly. And second, I know that person is going to do it responsibly.